All right, folks, good morning. Okay, let's get started. So for today, um, Wednesday, February the 5th, we have the following information. At 7:30 a.m., we had FOMC member Barkin speaking. Um, at 8:15 a.m. Eastern, we have ADP or had ADP non-farm employment change, which came in much better than expected. At 8:30 a.m., we had trade balance, which came in worse than expected. It is notable that Canada has a trade surplus, whereas the United States has a trade deficit, of course. Um, at 9 a.m. Eastern, we'll have FOMC member Barkin speaking. That's not expected to have any significant impact. That starts in 4 minutes. At 9:45 a.m., we'll have final services PMI. That is a moderately important report, so we can definitely expect some volatility from that. Then at 10 a.m., we'll have ISM Services PMI, which is a very important report, and we can definitely expect there to be much impact from that. And then from there, have a bit of a lull in news until we get to 2:30 p.m. Eastern, where we'll have FOMC member Goolsby speaking. Not expected to have any impact. And 3 o'clock Eastern, FOMC member Bauman is speaking. Also, that's not expected to have any significant impact. So pretty much from 9:45 a.m. to 10 a.m. will be the most volatile period likely in the market for today. All right, looking at the market, let's take a look at how things are going. So taking a look at the NASDAQ ETF, we've gapped down sharply from where we were yesterday. So that's, of course, bearish for the market. Yesterday's action was primarily bullish, so we were clearly going up. But as you can see, we've given up the majority of those gains, or at least half of them at this point. And as far as yesterday's trading, we did have an opportunity in NVIDIA. That was, let's see here. Oops, NVDA. There you go. All right, that was up yesterday. It was able to pass our target number one to the upside of 120.19. Then only went a short distance after that, topped out at 120, 120, but we were able to profit off of that, so it was a good opportunity for us. And other than that, that was the only opportunity that we particularly saw, though I can mention that the uh, the stock index itself, the QQQ, was also a pretty good opportunity yesterday as well. And we did monitor one of the ETFs for that TQQQ. All right, having said that, let's take a look at what's moving in the pre-market this morning. Here's what we have so far. I see CAPT. That's currently down 8.76%, but it's trading under $1 per share, so that won't qualify for our list. It is possible it may go back up, but I'm going to pass on that. Next up is CPIX, which is currently up about 7% on 5.2 million shares. It's trading at least $1 per share, of course, so we can go ahead and add that to our pre-market watch list as well. The symbol is CPIX. Next up is IVVD. That's currently down 6.4% on about 1.6 million shares. It's over $1 per share, so we can add that IVVD to our pre-market radar. Next up is KTTA. That's currently up 66% on about 24 million shares, and it's at least $1 per share. So we can go ahead and add KTTA to the list. Next up is I see NVIDIA here. That one doesn't really, well, it doesn't move enough, so it doesn't qualify for our list, but we can see NVIDIA is on the way up. Um, Next up is PLTR, Palantir. That's only down 1.4%, so that does not qualify either. Next up is RGTI. That's only changed 0.15%, so not enough movement, so we'll pass on that as well. Next up is SFHG, which is presently up 28%, 12.3 million shares is at least $1 per share. So we can go ahead and add that SFHG to our pre-market list. Next up is Tilray, maybe TLRY. Let's see. That is only up about 5%, so not up enough. But either way, we wouldn't be able to trade this. It's too slow of a mover. These are only like 1 penny moves. It's interesting when you think back about the time when this stock was trading at $300 a share. About 10 years ago? So times have definitely changed for them. And I should also mention AMD. That is currently down 10% on 5 million shares. Of course, it's trading above $1 per share. But AMD down sharply after earnings. The earnings were not terrible for AMD, but unfortunately, the market looked at the outlook that the company mentioned about its, I think it was about its data centers. That was a particular part of it. But either way, the market was not pleased with some of its projections for the business end of that. But otherwise, the company earnings actually came out well. So either way, that's added to our list, AMD. All right. If you folks see any other stocks that meet all 4 of our criteria, let me know in the chat. We've only found a few so far. The Google, sorry. Oh yeah, Google does qualify. Down 7.5, 7.6% off of earnings, about 2.2 million shares, and it's at least $1 per share. Yes, we'll add Google to the list as well. All right, ACB is mentioned, so let's take a look at that. Okay, that's up 26%. 6.6 million shares is at least $1 per share, so we can add that. ACB. ACET. That is presently up 13% on 14 million shares, and it's at least $1 per share, so we'll go ahead and add ACET. All right, next, waiting to see what's next. All right, so again, we're looking for NASDAQ listed stocks that are trading at least $1 per share in the present pre-market. Also in the present pre-market, they must have achieved at least 1 million shares of volume of trading and at least a 6% price change, positive or negative. All right, so it looks like that's it. All right, so folks, please be sure to like the video. I see we have 5 likes, but more than 5 people watching, so please make sure to hit the like button. It greatly helps us with the YouTube algorithm. Also, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you get notifications for new videos. Also, if anyone's watching this video on a replay and you're not familiar with our company, check out fundertrading.com, our website. You'll see a link in the description to this video. Other than that, for everyone who's part of the coaching program, I'll see you there in about 23 minutes, and we'll pick up for today's session. All right, folks, have a great trading day, and I'll see you for tomorrow's pre-market pulse. Take care.